Hallo.
ISB sagt Hallo. I. I. Ja.
Okay, ich glaube, das war das Creepiest, was wir haben.
So.
Riecht der nach Schweich? Ja.
Was? Lokale Speicher. Bis zu 1 MB hab ich so viel. Ja. Nein, geh weg. Lenny muss spielen. Mit Test sagt Hallo.
Hi, Tests. Ich bin bestimmt wie so nervig. Und dann erst alle zu den anderen.
Ja. Enabled Disable. Normal.
Heißt noch.
Ja, hör halt auf, wenn du merkst, ist zu viel. Beides. Beides von deinen. Aber das eine ist ja schon ausgetrocknet.
Ja.
Ja, wie gesagt. So, gut. Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Okay, wir fangen anscheinend mit einem komplett neuen Charakter an und das Spiel ist ein bisschen laut. Lautes Spiel. Immer noch ein bisschen laut. Jetzt ein bisschen zu leise. Ja. So passt von Lautstärke bei mir her. Ich hoffe bei euch auch. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us each day our daily bread. Ach, der sagt das Vaterunser auf. Forgive us our sins, for we ourselves forgive our debtors.
Feuerzeug bekommen.
Also.
Das ist ja.
Gut, dann geiseln wir uns doch. Mensch. Ja. Dann geiseln wir uns doch einfach, ja. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Also, um mal kurz nachzufassen, was in dem ersten Kapitel passiert ist. Wir haben, also unser Charakter, den wir im ersten Kapitel gespielt haben, ich weiß nicht, ob wir den im jetzigen Kapitel auch weiterspielen. Ich nehme es eventuell an. Der hat einen Brief bekommen von anscheinend einem alten Bekannten, Freund, wie auch immer, dass wir zu dem fahren sollen. Dann sind wir zu dem gefahren. Und dann waren da irgendwie komische, böse Krähen. Und der andere Typ, der uns da geschrieben hat, er hat sich erhängt im Dachboden des Hauses. Und wir haben ihn dann gefunden. Und dann kamen Krähen, haben den aufgepickt und sind dann zu uns hingegangen und dann war es, glaube ich, zu Ende oder so. Now tell me, where are you? What do you see? Okay. Who is it? Is it him, Anthony? Answer me. Okay. Spiel ist ein bisschen laut wieder. What is she doing? Get close to her. Get close to Anna. Ups, jetzt habe ich das nicht gelesen. Tut mir leid. 1. 2. 3. Now, wake up. Wake up. You can rest now, Mr. David. That will be enough for today. Are these sessions really necessary? I'm confident that this is the best course of treatment for your symptoms. Now, did you ever see him again? I saw it. What did you see? Can you describe it? Oh, okay, jetzt haben wir auch Dialogmöglichkeiten. Verschiedene Optionen. It looked like an eye. It was like an eye, perfectly rounded and dark, deep and empty, accompanied by the most horrifying, pain-filled screams I've ever heard. Inside a complete darkness, where an evil dwells deep below. A forgotten fear for human reasoning, but undoubtedly still rests deep down inside our being. In my case, that fear has already awoken. I can understand why you are disturbed, Mr. David. With your permission, I would like to consult on your case with a colleague of mine, a man I've known for many years, who is more versed in modern psychological practices. I think his knowledge and experience would be very helpful in enabling us to understand your condition. If you think it would help, Doctor, I leave it in your hands. The agony grows increasingly unbearable, and if you believe this man can help, then I welcome his aid. Thank you, Dr. Wakefield. I bid you good evening. Anthony, my friend, what really happened to you? How could you have let your wife Anna die so awfully? These doubts consume my soul. I hardly remember the time we spent together as schoolmates. I confess that beyond your enduring friendship, I can recall little of those years. Were your words a result of an increasing loss of sanity? In your letter, you wrote that someone awaits me. A warning to ward me from a genuine danger, or merely the ravings of a brilliant mind addled by insanity. Something stirs uneasily within my heart. I will not rest easily again until I go back to that boarding school and find out what secrets may lie within. Farewell, Mr. and Mrs. Beechworth. Rest now in peace. Chapter 2 Memories. An old, quite damaged mailbox. Okay, wo sind wir jetzt? Wahrscheinlich in dieser Schule, von der er gesprochen hat. The Angel Gabriel, the school's emblem, ja, Schule. I remember it being very pristine, but it looks neglected and dirty now. Gut, fängt das genauso an wie davor, wie das Kapitel 1, wo wir vor einem Gebäude stehen. Gut. A locked wood coffin, badly finished. It seems that whoever made it was a bit rushed to finish. Good evening. I hope you're right, and this indeed should be a good evening. My name is David. I don't know there was a cemetery here. My pleasure, Mr. David. I'm Frank Baldwin. Don't ask me why, but Monsignor specifically ordered to bury the corpses here. Why? Did he order to bury corpses here? Why? I don't understand. What is there to understand, Mr. David? God has forsaken this place. I don't know. Here we take care of patients. I'm an old alumnus. I used to attend the school. It has been a long time since this is not a boarding school anymore. The building is now used as a nursing home run by nuns. A former student, eh? I never heard anybody in the village speak fondly of the school. They say it closed overnight, though nobody knows why. Not a lot was known about it. Excuse the interruption, Mr. Baldwin. I'll leave you with your work. Have a nice evening, alumnus David. A small group of graves has been haphazardly arranged. Okay. Interessant. A piece of old fishing net. Nehme das doch einfach mal mit. Warum? Weil es ein Adventure-Spiel ist. Und in Adventure-Spielen ist alles wichtig. Irgendwie, was man aufnehmen kann. Ja, genau. Psst. Many years adrift have perfectly smoothed this flotsam into a small log. Was denn? Nicht lachen. The Lost Pilgrim. As these thick older students at the school used to climb. Somewhere up there are my initials. Okay. Gut. So, wir versuchen mal den Vordereingang. Okay. Pardon? Excuse me, sister. Good evening, sister. Good evening. I'm Mother Elizabeth. What brings you here, Mr. David? I'm a former student of this boarding school. As you can see, Mr. David, this stopped being an academy institution a long time ago, and is now exclusively dedicated to prayer and the well-being of the patients under our care. I see. Even so, may I please speak to Mr. David? I'm afraid that we are too busy to start wasting time talking about past issues. In addition, there's little to say. We sisters arrived after the boarding school had closed down. Everybody but Monsignor is... Monsignor, of course. Nicht schlafen. Nicht schlafen. Mit. Ja, gut. Monsignor? Exactly. Egal. Nix Wichtiges. But you didn't answer my question. Why have you come to this place, Mr. DeWitt? This place will help me remember my past. If you have memory problems, I would recommend you to visit a doctor immediately. And don't waste your time here. I guess that it would be a good idea to visit this place again and perceive the passage of time. Perceive the passage of time? What are you talking about? To be honest, I prefer not to talk about it. I couldn't tell you why this place is so important for me. But it is. A lot. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Mr. DeWitt. I'll allow you to stay around here. I hope I won't regret my decision. Don't worry, Mother. Thank you. Ah, okay. Gut. Da scheint jemand krank zu sein. Among the baggages I can see a packet of letters bound by twine. I'd ask you not to touch my belongings, please. If you're not aware who you are talking to. I'm sorry. Doctor. I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor. Pay him no mind, he has been delirious for some days. I'm Miss Mary Winch, and this is my brother, Matthew. Juliet, why have you left me? Why you don't answer my letters? My letters. You see, the poor man is still obsessed with his wife. He won't accept that she left him months ago, my poor Matthew. I'm very sorry, Miss Winch. I hope he recovers. Thank you. So, was da? A magazine entitled Weird Tales. Bisschen viel Dialog. Dafür, dass im ersten Teil eigentlich so gut wie kein richtiger Dialog da war. Mitch, what happened to you? Are you alright? There was a rhythmic sound, like a breathing. But when? Last night, I felt an increasing pressure on my temples. Something dry and rough, like tree bark, brushed against my leg, and I saw something on the wall, like a growing shadow. I lit the lamp, and there was nothing. Madam? Was denn? Photographs of people, most likely family and friends of this bed's previous resident. Okay. He's quite a pale young boy. He's asleep. Okay. Please help. Please, someone. Piety. I'm sorry you cannot be here. Is there some way I can help? Don't worry about it, sir. The Lord looks after each and every one of our patients. He will provide you with all the help you need. If you wish, you can pray here. Pray there, next to the statue of Our Lady. Don't you think she's beautiful? The Virgin listens to those in need. Okay. Gloomy statue of the Virgin Mary makes this place even more mournful, if that is possible. Picture of the Virgin Mary gazing at you, supposedly to portray a sympathy and compassion for you. However, she seems to look more pained and sorrowful here. Mich. I unlocked the door. Okay. Ah, okay. Das ist der Weg nach draußen. Alles klar. I remember that we used to keep here some textbooks. Also entweder ist es recht altes Englisch oder grammatikalisch ein bisschen schlecht. Naja, mal schauen. Now, there's a music box. We used to keep our textbooks on those shelves. Dear brother, I have received your letter and I'll try to write you more frequently. I hope you're studying a lot and you feel comfortable there. We miss you a lot. When are you coming back? Father is in bed with fever and I do not feel very well, but I'm on a medication. Today it's my birthday and I am feeling blue. It's a quiet and boring Sunday at the village. Mom is going to cook a lemon cake as those then Grandma used to make. I wish we could eat it together. Write back soon. I'm looking forward to knowing how you're doing, what you're learning, how is Scotland and so on. A big hug. I think about you a lot. Your dear sister. Januar 1876. Father Ernest seemed unusually troubled today. Several times he paused abruptly in the middle of a lecture for no reason, even during his favorite class, theology. Today Father Ernest was very irritable. Collins made a comment and was expelled from class for it, and even David was admonished just for reading a philosophy book. I hope Father Ernest doesn't turn his ire toward me. My father will be disappointed if I fail to get good marks. It was very disconcerting to see Father Ernest entering class so pale and sweaty. In the middle of his lecture he stumbled, dazed, and had to sit. Father Eugene taught our theology class today, even though he doesn't know the subject matter as well as Father Ernest. When we asked him what had happened to Father Ernest, Father Eugene told us that he had taken ill. What worries me is that now Father Eugene is also starting to look unwell. It's been a month since we last saw Father Ernest. We're told that he's still sick, but if he's so ill, then why hasn't a physician come to treat him? My studies are flagging, but I have taken it upon myself to read on my own. I hope this helps, as I must succeed in spite of the problems happening around us. It was announced this morning that the school is to close. None of us know why, and we can't get a straight answer from the faculty. They each dodged the question, and I am starting to think they may not know the answer themselves. The anxiety is palpable or so, though they try to hide it behind a calm face. But what about Father Ernest? I hear he alone is to remain after we vacate the premises. Hallo Amadeo. Eine letzte Rettung. Steam? Was ist mit Steam? Ich kann Steam gerne mal anmachen. Das ist ein Steam Guard Code, aber das funktioniert nicht. Ja, keine Ahnung. Was funktioniert denn nicht? There's a picture in the diary. It's the photograph of my graduating class. I see myself, Father Ernest, and Anthony. I don't remember the names of the others. One face has been completely scratched out. The books on the shelves are old and musty. Theology is the dominant subject. Steam hat einen Support, ja, aber Steam Support ist nicht sehr besonders gut. Also Steam Support braucht, soweit ich gehört habe, ich habe, glaube ich, bisher ein- oder zweimal höchstens den Support angeschrieben. Also ich habe gehört, Steam Support soll ewig lang brauchen, bis die antworten und dann halt teilweise auch nicht wirklich weiterhelfen. Keine Ahnung. Was überhaupt ist Steam Guard Code? Das sagt mir jetzt aktuell gar nichts. There's an odd sentence written on the board. In death there is hope, in death there is life. One must seek its true nature to understand the nothing. Mit. Ups, jetzt habe ich das jetzt. Moment. It looks like it has been there for years, as the chalk has faded in some places. Okay, mit dem Raum sind wir anscheinend fertig. Mr. Witt, these rooms are private. Okay, dann gehe ich halt nach oben. Beach. Dusty old tapestry of the Virgin Mary with baby Jesus in her arms. Baby Jesus. So wunderbar. Baby Jesus. A syringe next to a flask with a label that says morphine. Good evening, sister. Sister? All this suffering, all these tears, all our prayers unanswered. What do you mean, sister? All these years entrusted to the Lord, praying, looking for a sign, for something that can give me strength. Every day I hear them cry, pray, scream and die. And what for? Where are you, Lord? Why don't you answer me? Lord works in mysterious ways, sister. Certainly, yes. But I don't ask for much, just something to go on. A path to follow. I can't go on. Not like this. Excuse me, sir. Okay. On the upper shelf of the antique cupboard, a well-worn Bible and rosary beads gather dust. Born of the humble beds where the nuns sleep. Gut, die will allein gelassen werden, dann lassen wir sie halt allein. Worn out and faded tapestry of Jesus Christ. Was? Another tapestry, though I remember from my school days, the student dormitory was here. Wenn du einen Code eingibst, kommt, ups, das war wohl nicht ganz richtig. Ich meinte eigentlich. Also Verifizierungscode. Es ist komisch. Kann ich jetzt leider nicht helfen. Da, ja, müsstest du halt mal... Ich weiß nicht. Keine Ahnung. Schlimmsten Fall müsstest du halt wirklich mal Steam Support anschreiben. Ansonsten fällt mir jetzt aktuell nichts ein, außer halt vielleicht mal googeln oder so. The old rusty pipe communicates with other areas in the house. There's a puddle in the shower hole with something shining under the grating. I can't see it properly. Shower's old, rusty and poorly maintained. Tab of the show. If I open the tab, the shiny object could be carried away by the stream of water. Ja, dann tu halt das Netz. Warum tust du das Netz nicht hin? Just a couple of old towels. Hmm. 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 Okay. Mehr haben wir jetzt anscheinend nicht. Did you say that you cared for patients? Of course, Mr. Devitt. We tend to both the physical and spiritual needs of those in our care. Did you say that Monsignor already lived here when this venue still was a boarding school? Indeed, he still was priest and professor before he became Monsignor and started to lead this place. Could I talk to Monsignor? I'm afraid that's impossible. Monsignor has left strict instructions that he not be disturbed. Not even by any of the sisters. Ja gut, also mir fällt jetzt aktuell da auch nichts ein, Amadeo. Kann ich leider nicht helfen. Who is Mr. Baldwin? Monsignor instructed me to take him on as caretaker. Many of the sisters find him a bit strange, but he performs his work well and complains little. Mother Elizabeth, Mr. Baldwin told me that lately a lot of patients are dying. What is happening? Sadly, the Lord is taking many of these unfortunate souls. Okay. Gut, kann ich das nicht nehmen? Wenn die nicht, während die nicht hinschaut oder so. Fuck up, ey, ich weiß nicht. Protruding piece. Ah, good, good, good. The mirror trunk is sharp but too weak to cut the tapestry. It might break. Ey. Was mache ich denn jetzt mit dem... Was mache ich denn jetzt? Shut. Shut. Ich muss leider schauen, wie das funktioniert, weil ich habe keine Ahnung, was ich jetzt noch machen soll. Okay, ich habe anscheinend was übersehen. Beziehungsweise nicht übersehen, sondern... Ja. Ach, was ist da? Stone Eagle lies on the floor. It appears to have broken off the fountain. Okay, das habe ich auch übersehen. Auch gut. So, Mailbox. There's a postcard inside the mailbox. Dear Matthew, it has been several months and I still have heard no news from you. My brothers insist that you have abandoned me, but I am sure you remain true. I know that you would never do that to me, for I know your heart and the honesty of your eyes. I got this address from a hospital in London and pray that it reaches you safely. If that's the case, I want you to know that I will be always waiting for you. Forever yours, Juliet Holloway. Nothing else. Gut. Die Postkarte können wir Matthew geben. Vielleicht geht's denn dann wieder besser. Matthew, ich hab was für dich. Mr. Winch, I think this letter is addressed to you. Oh, thank you. Leave it to me if you'd be so kind. As you can see, my brother is too weak to read it. Well, Matthew, let's see who has written to you. Oh, it's a letter from our mother. Dear Matthew, I hope you're recovering. I wish that your beloved sister and you come back home soon. Bitch. Bitch. Gegen kurz Moment. Ah, okay. Jetzt kann ich anscheinend die Briefe nehmen. Ja. My letters. All the letters I wrote to dear Juliet. You never posted them. But why, Mary? Why would you do such a thing? How could you be so cruel? I had to do it, Matthew. You refuse to see how inappropriate a match she is for you. Our only interest is in marrying someone of your status, of our family status. It was for your sake I did this. I did it to protect you from that woman's treachery. No, you only thought about yourself, of our vanity. I can't bear to look upon you anymore, Mary. Leave me be. From this day forth, you are no sister of mine. You dare banish me, I, who have stayed by your side all through your illness? Very well, Matthew, you will have your way. I will leave you, and then you will see how very alone you are. Farewell, brother. Brother! Thanks be to the Lord that you have come to reveal my sister's cruelty, sir. Please take this coin as a token of my appreciation. It is my lucky coin, though I hope it served you better than it has myself. Was mache ich da jetzt? Kurz. Okay. Ja, gut. Nie gedacht, dass ich das bei der machen müsste. Gut, jetzt versuche ich erstmal wieder ein bisschen selbstständig klar weiterzukommen.
Oh, what a beautiful melody. It reminds me of my youth when I was vibrant and full of purpose. I knew my path then. Oh, may God bless you, for you have given me the sign I was looking for.
Gut, jetzt können wir das Zeug dann nehmen. Oder auch nicht. Wir können aus dem Fenster rausgehen. Oder auch nicht. A lot of dry leaves have accumulated in the hole of this old rusty pipe. They are blocking the water stream. Dann nehmen sie raus. Dankeschön. Wood is very sharp and rusty edges. If I try to put my hand in, I could cut myself. Dann to test ein. It's too soften to even bend the sharp edges of the pipe. Dann nehmen Stein. I blunted the sharp edges of the pipe. Now I need not fear being cut. Schöne Sprache. So altes Englisch fasziniert mich ein bisschen. There's nothing now to impede the water stream. Ja, net. The net should catch anything coming down the pipe. Ah, perfekt. Wie ist eigentlich, Super Hexagon habe ich noch nicht gespielt. Habe ich leider noch nicht gespielt. Werde ich aber dann vielleicht am Ende von dem Stream machen. Ich werde sowieso jetzt, glaube ich, Last Door Kapitel 2 fertig spielen, weil ich nicht weiß, ob man speichern kann, beziehungsweise ob das Zeug automatisch speichert oder nicht. Ich mag das Risiko wenig eingehen. Daher, ja. Machen wir das noch, dann spielen wir ein bisschen Super Hexagon. Das müsste ich eigentlich erstmal runterladen. Fällt mir gerade ein. Ich hoffe, das ist jetzt nicht so extrem viel. Super Hexagon. 32 MB, ja, okay, das ist nichts. Spielen wir das dann am Ende von diesem Stream noch und ja. That is called the shiny object. Yay, dann nehmen das doch bitte. Danke. Teardrop. Eine Träne. jetzt mit der Träne? There's a glass tear, probably once belonging to a piece of jewelry. Ist das eventuell scharf genug, dass ich das da aufschneiden könnte? The tear doesn't work to cut it. Ach, komm. Hallo Creepypata. So, einen kurzen Moment. Teardrop. Okay. Und Super Hexagon ist runtergeladen, sehr schön. Dann können wir das dann später spielen. Blub. So, Teardrop. Statue. I have placed the glass tear in a hollow of the Virgin's cheek. It seems that it fits perfectly. I already told you that you cannot be here. But don't worry, blah 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 blah. Ja, und jetzt? Das irgendwas gibt. Ja, Tatsache.
Oh, our mother is crying? Oh my lord, what does it mean? What have I done? What have we done?
Jetzt haut die auch ab, oder was? Jetzt muss ich die ganzen Leute vertreiben. You must help me. What can I do? What's wrong with you?
There's little time. I tell them about my pain. I describe the unbearable and endless pain, yet they do not listen. They pass me by without even looking at me. They say that they're praying for me, but it does not cure my ailment. Sir, I can not stand it anymore. Please be merciful and end this miserable existence. This is the greatest of the tortures. Please help me.
But, sir, I
know, but I beseech you.
You will be saving me from horrible torture. I will be eternally indebted to you. I understand. Your request is terribly hard for me. I guess I could find the courage to help you. I understand the magnitude of what I'm asking. God bless you, sir. I don't know how can I show my gratitude. What I need you to do is, without the nuns noticing, to try to get an amount of morphine enough so that I can be embraced by the deepest of dreams, and in that way stop the rhythm of my heart. You only have to get me morphine and a syringe. Leave the rest to me and I won't bother you anymore. Ja gut, zum Glück weiß ich, wo das Zeug ist. Ach, fuck off. Ach gut, das können wir. So, ich habe jetzt gedacht, nee, das können wir nicht mehr nehmen, weil die jetzt da ist. Glück gehabt. Also mal gucken, was wir von. Was? There's a note on the bed. Daneben. Baldwin lies. What? Okay, hier ist er nicht. Noises coming from inside the coffin. What the hell? Lock badly finished one coffin. Lock is too soft even to use it as a lever and open the coffin. Das haben wir. Haben keine Schoko da. Nee. Mit. Hm? Ist zu spät. Geht nimmer. Was? Ja. Was? Hm? Ich muss kurz weg, bin gleich wieder da. Ich lasse die Musik vom Spiel mal. Ja, wie gesagt, gleich wieder da. So, da bin ich wieder. Gut. So, Baldwin ist weg. Wo ist Baldwin hin? Nun's habit and walking stick. These, no doubt, belonged to the nun I spoke to by the window. But where did she go? Okay, langsam wird's ein bisschen creepy. Also, wie kriege ich den anderen Typen da jetzt raus? I can't open the coffin with my own hands. The lid is nailed. Nailed. Ah, da ist er. Tell me about Monsignor.
I can't rightly say. After all these years, I've never seen the man. Who knows, maybe he doesn't exist.
Wo ist Wolf? Keine Ahnung. But Mother Elizabeth told me that Monsignor specifically requested her to hire you by letter.
I'm flattered.
My reputation precedes me, but I still can't tell you anything more than about the man. Looks like his toolbox. I wonder if there's something useful in it. I might be able to take a look if I keep him distracted.
Please don't touch my things.
If I keep him distracted. Oh, warum kann ich den denn nicht? Tell me about this place. Well, the construction of this building was ordered. Ja, dann nimm's dir. Ja, nimm doch. Well, the construction of this building was ordered by an Episcopal Bishop of Aberdeen in 1805. Tell me about Mother Elizabeth. She's pretty strict, I can tell you that much, Mr. DeWitt. Don't think she very much likes me either. Tell me about Aberdeen. It was the place where I was born and raised, one of the biggest cities in Scotland. Okay, jetzt ist er. Nail Tool, gut. Oi. Sind das alles Briten? Oi. You seem a bit distracted, Mr. DeWitt. Oh, don't worry about it. His body is petrified. He has a look of sheer terror in his eyes. Oh my god, but what has happened? Talk, blah blah blah. Mother Elizabeth is trying to make him come to his senses. Mother Elizabeth, ist das nicht die am Empfangsschalter? Heißt das, ich kann in den einen Raum jetzt reingehen? Wie viel Spiel ist das denn? Ah, nicht mehr viel. Locked. Gut. Hat ein Ornate Key. Dann nehmen wir den und schließen die Tür auf. Bitch. Was? Don't look into his eyes. Because the deepest darkness dwells in his eyes. Come in, my son. Did you think you could hide these books from me? They are just classic literature books, Father. Socrates and Aristotle. Silence. Instruments of falsehood, you'll mean. Fallacies coming from the snake. Now, son, get on your knees and raise your arms. Apologize to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. What? Yep. It's Latin. Malum in se. Evil in itself. Strange eye-shaped symbol. Okay. Okay. Eye of the bird. What does this mean? Okay. Lord, your eyes burned me. I don't deserve mercy, no, nor forgiveness. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. Who are you sending me? Is death to whom you are handing me over? Has my hourglass already run out of sand? Father Ernest. Ernest, it's been many years since I last heard that name. Since... Oh, I see. Father, I'm here to be able to remember. You have to help me, I beg you. Please. Entreaties. Petitions, praying, torment, exemption. Past times bring us just more misfortune and pain. Father Ernest, I was one of your students. One of my old students. You say, it's only the Lord who teaches us. We all must follow his ordinances and disciplines. Get closer, son. Come, pray next to me. There's a large burn covering his eyes. He's completely blind, despite of his decrepitude, extreme thinness and paleness. I can still recognize Father Ernest, but he seems far away, like in another world. Makeshift altar is clothed in a dense layer of wax. The candles, having almost burnt out, only barely illuminate the room. Creepy image of Christ crucified. Inexplicably, it has a dark cloth covering his head. Aww. Glory be to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Now, my son, tell the Lord which one is his voice, the sharp sword, the wise quill, or the delicate petal. Sharp sword? Yes, that's it, my son. The Lord, with his sharp sword, transmits us his wisdom, his power, and his punishment. And now, my son, tell the Lord which one is his holy path, the wise virtue, the endless blame, or the blessed penance. What? Last door? Irgendwie schon, ja. Wise virtue, endless blame. Endless blame. Yes, that's it, my son. Nostra culpa infinita est. And it always was and will. And now, my son, tell the Lord, who are you? The faceless pilgrim, the gate guard, or the lost seaman? Ja. Ich schwanke zwischen Faceless Pilgrim und Lost Seaman. Also Gate Guard ist es, denke ich mal nicht. Gesichtslose Pilger oder der verlorene Seemann. Verlorene Seemann. Yes, that's it, my son. Ich weiß natürlich nicht, ob alle Antworten einfach richtig sein könnten. That's it, my son. We live lost in an endless ocean of sin and blame. Now leave me alone. I have to purify my soul. Old razor blade stained with blood. Dear God in heaven, I feel for you. Your light is in my eyes. I will burn them for you. Dear God in heaven, I feel myself in you. Your eyes are in my soul. I will burn it for you. Dear God in heaven, I fear myself in you. Your sword is in my hands. I will burn them for you. Dear God in heaven, I hate myself in you. My blame is in your heart. I will burn myself for you. I know you are there. You didn't hear me? Get out of my room. Despite being blind, he preserves good hearing. I must be more careful when moving. Dreck. Was muss ich denn machen? Candles having almost burned out. Only barely illuminate the room. Ja, wenn ich wüsste, was ich in diesem Raum machen soll. kurzen Moment. Das muss ich jetzt nachschauen. Okay, also die 3 Antworten, die ich ausgesucht habe, da gab es tatsächlich nur eine richtige Antwort und ich habe zufälligerweise alle beim ersten Mal richtig. Okay. Okay, wir sind in dem Raum fertig. Da habe ich jetzt anscheinend nur die Rasierklinge gebraucht. Nee, die hat so andere, wie wo ich damals mal gehabt habe. Diese Samtig-Dinger da. Wo für dich zu süß war. Weiß nicht, irgendwie so samtig. Keine Ahnung. Irgendwie sowas, ja. Wouldn't be able to cut this so thick tapestry using just the knife. Was für ein Knife? My hands wouldn't have enough strength. Then I can use this cut. Good. Was? Ja. So, was haben wir hier? And finally, our expert on philosophy, Jeremiah David, shows up. Where were you, my friend? We've been looking for you. Well, as I was saying, tonight is the perfect moment for our next meeting, but I suspect that someone outside our group is secretly surveilling us. Who is it, Anthony? My dear friends, it's Professor Glynn. Do you mean Father Ernest? Certainly, no doubt about it. Therefore, dear colleagues, I have decided to change the venue for tonight's meeting. Have you noticed the lounge behind the small door of the dining room? I have believed convenient to borrow the key for our necessities. You already know, at 12 o'clock you'll find that door opened and I'll be inside the lounge. That's it, my dearest colleagues. Videte nequi sciat. Yeah. Remember that in this furniture we used to keep some of our personal belongings, now it is empty. The walls are in complete disarray. I could probably punch through it if I tried. I remember that this is the bed where I used to sleep when I was a student here. Mr. Rabbit was jumping through the forest in a warm spring afternoon. And going through a bush, Mr. Rabbit ran into Mr. Wolf, Mr. Vulture and Mrs. Snake. who were having a heated argument. Mr. Rabbit, curious, asked them, "Dearest, why are you arguing in this beautiful and cheerful spring afternoon?" Mr. Wolf answered politely, "What we are trying to decide here is who of us will have the pleasure to eat you up." Mr. Rabbit, really scared, said, "But I don't want to be eaten. I want to live." To which Mrs. Snake answered, smiling, "That's impossible to happen, Mr. Rabbit, since we all, both you and us, are going to die sooner or later. Don't you think so?" Mr. Vulture added, "Mrs. Snake is right. We should stick to the issue at hand. It's getting late and, as you see, we do not agree. Do you want to help us to decide, Mr. Rabbit? Who would you suggest as the one to eat you?" After thinking about it for a while, Mr. Rabbit came up with an idea and carefully said, "I got it. Why not to organize a race? The first who arrives to the forest clearing will have the privilege to eat me. No doubt Mr. Wolf can run at high speed, but Mr. Vulture can go flying and avoid any obstacle, and I'm sure that Mrs. Snake knows all the shortcuts within the forest. I guess the competition is balanced. What do you... The three predators agreed that it was fair, so they started a race and they quickly disappeared. Mr. Rabbit, happy to trick them, started running at high speed. Was? Yeah. Started running at high speed in the opposite direction of the predators, who, eager to prove their worth, didn't realize the trick. Bis dann, Amadeo. Mr. Rabbit was far away from there and he finally felt safe, happy and proud of his cunning, but suddenly there was a loud bang. The earth shook, frightened birds flew and everything went dark. The end. Was? Was? An impossible laugh. There is something I kept for myself for a long time. 0:07. Gut, ja, keine Ahnung, was die sagen. Ich habe die Hälfte nicht mitbekommen. Ja gut, keine Ahnung. Den ersten Satz habe ich mitbekommen. No, not again. How long have I been sleeping? What was all that about? In a nightmare I found a place in my memories. Okay. It's the trapdoor I saw in my nightmare. From here sprouts a horrible stench. There's something down there. Did you see it? Did you see it? It was there, just in front of me. It was screaming. She shakes uncontrollably, his body wrecked with pain, and there is only one way to end his suffering. Rest in peace. Okay. The walls are splattered with dried blood. Punctual as always, David. Now all that remains is to introduce our guest. You may come in now, Professor. Father Ernest. Do not worry, my friend. I invited him to join us this evening. The Professor genuinely shares our curiosity, and who better to complete our group than one of the most renowned theologists. Moreover, we mustn't ban those who are willing to explore beyond the veil. The moment we have long awaited has now arrived. Please, all of you, take a seat and we shall begin the procedure. Soon shall the door be open, and then may we finally see what lies beyond. May I ask that you close your eyes. You will feel a momentary prick as I inject you with the serum. Even after all these years, I have not forgotten your voice. You are the fourth witness. I remember now what happened. What is that we saw? The eye of the bird, Malum in Se. What happened to us? What is it that we witnessed? You must tell me. You must make me understand what my mind cannot fathom. It was our curiosity that damned us. We opened that which should not be opened. In doing so, we shorn the veil that separated our world from his. In seeking vision, we were ourselves seen by the eye of the bird. The eye of the bird saw us. It remembers us. It looks for us. It calls us from its dark nest, from its abominable lair. All these years I have attempted to return to it, but I have no strength left. These poor, wretched creatures are too fragile. They lack the sight of return. Not one of them has returned. Only us, the four witnesses. Well, the other two, where are they? They disappeared as you did. I haven't heard from any of you, but I was seized by curiosity. It absconded with my faith and deprived me of sanity. O Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. Nothing remains. All that is left is surrender. Surrender to him. Gravely have we sinned, and now our only absolution is to burn in the flames. Malum. In. Se. Das war mal ein bisschen sehr kontrolliertes Feuer. Was? The adventure continues in chapter 3. Okay, interessant.